been through. You've turned my pit into a well. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. I've been through a lot, but grace sustained me. My test is now a testimony. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. It was you, my lawyer in that courtroom. It was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. Hey, Adum, Yami, Adum, 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 Tina, Metiasi, hey, Adum, Tina, Mewo. You're the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. Hey, Adum, Yami, Adum, Adum. Hey, Adum, Tina, Metiasi, hey, Adum, Tina, Mewo. You're the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. Who has changed my story? Who has given me a song? Turn my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. You have changed my story. Protocol breaker, you made a way. You turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. Could not have made it without you. Hey. Could not have sailed through without you. Your loving kindness, grace and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Adum. Could not have made it without you. Hey, could not have sailed through without you. Papa, your loving kindness and grace and mercies brought me through. So the essence of my praise is all centered on your grace. Adum, Adum. Hey, Adum, Adum, hey, Adum, 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 Tina, Metiasi, Adum, Metiasi. All the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum. You have been my doctor on that sick bed. By your stripes, I am healed, I am free. So the essence of my praise is because of your great Adum. Lord, the essence, like what I have been through. You've turned my pit into a well. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. I've been through a lot, but grace sustained me. My test is now a testimony. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. It was you, my lawyer in that courtroom. was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo, nyame, adumo, adum, adum intina metiasi, eya wadum tina mewoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo, nyame, adumo, adum. Eya adum intina metiasi, eya wadum tina mewoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Who has changed my story? Who has given me a song? Turn my morning. I don't look like what I have been through. You've turned my pit into a well. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. I've been through a lot, but grace sustained me. My test is now a testimony. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. It was you, my lawyer in that courtroom. It was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo, nyame, adumo, adum, adum intina metiasi, eya wadum tina mewoho. Lord, the essence.
Kingdom greetings. God is good all the time, and all the time the Lord is good. 26 minutes gone past the hour. 4 p.m. Is it 4 or 5? 5 p.m. I have this fine gentleman. He's a man of God. He's an entrepreneur. He's a consultant, IT consultant. He's an epitome of wisdom and knowledge. I have you in the studios of Papalo Radio. So you're listening to Papalo Radio, and we're streaming live on www.mountainghana.com, onlineradiobox.com. I want you to put into your search engine Papalo Radio, like our page, put your notification button on, so that anytime you come online, you'll be first to be notified. God bless you and keep you and protect you. So I'm going to have a chit chat with this great man, his journey from his formative days to his current days. It's going to be all fun. So call a friend to call a friend. And I want you to hit the share button, share the message, share. Keep sharing. Sharing, they say, is caring. You need to tap into this man's wisdom, his well of wisdom and knowledge. You need to hear him speak. He's not just an entrepreneur, he's an advocate for Christ. That is what I love so much about his bio. He's an advocate for Christ. Some are advocating for the youth and all that, and their parties. This one is advocating for Christ. Christ is everything. And then he's a prayer general, an intercessor. Where are the intercessors? Today, everybody is a prophet. All right, so we thank God for the life of this great man. Very soon I'll introduce him. So it's all about knowing more about him, how he started and how far he has come by the grace and mercies of God. So the name remains Papalo Perfect on your radio. I'll be right back.
Centered on your grace, you have been my doctor on that sick bed. By your stripes, I am healed, I am free. So the essence of my praise is because of your great adornment. You wrote me up, but I hold me in. I may be down, so you say I'm a man. Meaning I'm imaginary. For come me with miserable. I'm bound to win. Empty shot, nothing be due. Cause I'm a work in progress. Oh, I'm in work tomorrow. Oh, I'm in work tomorrow. No carry move. Meaning I'm imaginary. Mary, I pay a and show me whom I won't fear. If I'm in great weights, if you're carrying me, cause I'm a sassy, I can swear I've been far. And show me whom I won't fear. If I'm in great weights, if you're carrying me, cause I'm a sassy, I can swear I've been far. I'm in some shira, the money pie off the food, or bread to my fabbing come, or sushi rowan, now I shira. People guarantee me say no. Chenasem kamekuani nimu medene watche no pampi ninja ni muda ukame ponia opevo back to sender e otimi mono ni mitita for one oya don't say no don't say akami we be suroton odimeti I'm bound to win oya me watchu ma wo oya me watchu ma wo kwarimu mininya me amazine dinti maria ya be yakasipa.
Come on now, put your dancing shoes and do your boogie jiggy. Give God some crazy praise. It's exactly 5:30. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Finally,
yeah.
You are in the studios of Papalo Radio, and you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
How was work?
Well, as usual, you know how the country is. I mean,
that's right.
If you don't, do much, I mean, there is no way you can gain much.
That's right.
Exactly. So
a friend always says that you can't complain.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
You have to live by the realities of the economy and everything. Wonderful. So let me introduce this great man. He's a man of God. He's an intercessor. He's also an advocate for Christ. He's the CEO of Glochem, that's right, Company Limited. He's a marketing consultant, and IT consultant, entrepreneur. I'm just curious about his bio. So much endowed with wisdom, knowledge, and all that. I mean, he's an epitome, like I said earlier on. He's an epitome of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He's a marketing consultant, IT consultant, entrepreneur, CEO of Glochem Company Limited, and he's also an intercessor as ICGC, Zoe Temple, and an advocate for Christ. Zoe Temple is somewhere here,
it's just around Coffie 5.
That's right. Wonderful. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the house, Mr. Mr. Alexander Coffie Zamarin.
Exactly.
Amazing. You have a beautiful name, Alexander Coffie Zamarin. Yeah. Which one is your surname?
Coffie is actually my surname.
Coffie, okay. Coffie. Yeah. That's right. So tell us about yourself. Who is Mr. Alexander, pastor? So you have a dual identity, pastor. So forgive me if I use Mr. and all that. I'll combine both. Maybe in the corporate settings, you are Mr. Alexander. When it comes to the kingdom of God, you are pastor or prophet.
Actually, a pastor.
That's right. All right. So tell us briefly about yourself, your formative days, your school days, everything. A bit about yourself.
Okay, so thank you very much for giving me the privilege to be
That's right.
on your set today.
That's right.
Just as you said, the name is Pastor, as you said.
That's right.
Mr. Alexander Coffie Zamari.
That's right.
Yes, actually, Coffie is the surname.
Okay.
Yes, but I mean, Zamarin is a name given to me by my dad.
Wow.
From, an Italian friend.
Okay.
Yes.
I nearly asked. I was so curious.
Exactly, from an Italian friend who he was very close to as a business partner. And, he acquired a lot from him. So, in terms of knowledge, in terms of business and stuff. So, I mean, when
he started to honor him by
exactly. So when he gave birth to me, he decided to honor.
You are Zamarin.
Exactly.
And you have become Zamarin.
Exactly. So
wow.
That is how come I earned.
So that is an Italian name.
That is an Italian.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, according to him, he said it means a conqueror.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's beautiful.
That's
beautiful. And you are.
Well,
you are more than one.
It is by the special grace
That's
of God.
right.
We cannot do it by our strength.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
by,
right.
By the special grace.
That's right.
Okay, so that is how I acquired the name. I have. Well, let me go back to my days.
Okay.
I started school. Very early.
That's right.
Back then, so I think I attended Tanto International School.
Okay.
That is located at Sakaman.
That
is my from my primary days.
That's right.
To JHS.
That's right.
And then from there, I went to Ofori Penning Secondary School, senior high school.
Pass.
Pass.
Oh wow, our girls. I'm a Pujoba, so.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Oh wow. So you know Songo.
Exactly.
He used to be a goalkeeper.
Yes,
okay. Wow.
So from SHS, I did a couple of courses.
Okay.
And then I went to Gempa.
You look like Daddy B.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's what a lot of people say, but
okay.
I'm not actually.
We're hard not to crack.
Exactly. I always fight for what I want.
That's right.
Exactly. So, right from SHS, I did a couple of courses, as I said, and then I went to Gempa to read marketing.
Wow.
Yes, and then from Gempa, I also did, some few courses in IT. And then, from there, I started working with, I started working.
So I guess you're an airware.
Yes, an airware. Actually.
Okay, 100%.
Part airware and then part equipment.
Okay.
Actually, my dad is the airware. He's actually an airware and then Santiachin.
Okay.
Yes, but my mom.
I like the mission.
Exactly, but my mom is purely a Kwapim.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
She hails from.
Kwapim men look handsome.
Well,
very.
We thank God for that. So, yeah. So from Gempa, from the other course I did in IT, I started working with it. I started with an IT firm.
Okay.
Worked with an IT firm, as a system administrator.
Wow.
I did that for a couple of years, and then I started in the same company. I also started doing their marketing aspect of their work, their business,
right.
actually. So right after that.
So you were multitasking at the time.
Exactly. So I think during the process, I also had the opportunity to work with a chemical company.
Wow.
Exactly. So that also I was there as a marketing consultant.
Okay.
For the company.
So when we say marketing consultant
Exactly.
and IT consultant, what do we mean here to a layperson?
Okay. So as an IT consultant, I mean you have a deep knowledge.
Okay.
Of the information communication technology.
Okay.
Things to
so
do with.
So you will be consulted.
Exactly. So you
on issues.
They will fall on you for information. And then
for professional advice.
Exactly. And then when it comes to marketing, that is also a deep knowledge in how to sell products.
Okay.
You understand me? You have a deep knowledge in selling products,
Okay.
and then services as well.
Okay.
Exactly. So based on the knowledge that I acquired and the experience I have, that is how come I had the opportunity to work with companies.
That's right. I think you have a lot of experiential knowledge to share with us on this program.
Exactly.
We are ready to learn. Somebody is saying he look so handsome. Is he already off the market? Yes, he's a married man.
Yeah.
All right, so
married.
yes, so yes, from where you left off, continue from where you left off. So you started working with companies, and
Exactly.
so where were you based all through this period, your formative days or your childhood days? Were you in Tema, Accra, where?
Well, actually, my whole days growing up, I was in Accra.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
I was in Dansuman. That was
Okay.
where.
Hey,
Yeah,
the hood.
that was where I was born and
Okay.
bred, and then right from there, I think I stayed there for my whole years.
Okay.
From right down from my childhood to my SHS level.
Okay.
And then when I was about to enter the university, I left from that place to Kumasi for a while.
Okay.
Exactly, and then came back again.
Okay.
To Dansuman.
Wow.
So
Wow.
me being in Tema, actually,
It's a mystery.
it's a history. It's a mystery. First of all, I think it was work that brought me to Tema, because I was also working with a company here in Tema, and then after a couple of years, I decided to also establish mine.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I think through it, that was when I met my wife.
Wow.
Got married.
Wow.
And then
in Tema here.
Exactly. And officially, I decided to stay in Tema.
Wow. That's a mystery. That's a beautiful story. There's always a story behind the glory.
That is it.
Wow. So at what point do you accept the call, combining work, family, ministry? I know how it is. So
Exactly.
how did you go about all this?
Very good. So right when I was young, actually, with our moms, they are always like, you cannot stay in the house on Sundays. I mean, you definitely have to go to church.
Okay.
So, I was following her to church, and then through it, gradually, I started picking up certain things.
So more or less, you were a church goer, not a true, born again, or
I'm actually a born again, but
Okay,
I knew Christ when I was of age.
I said that because most people will say I used to go to church, but my heart was not for God fully, So that's why somebody will say I'm just a church goer. I was going to church, but I didn't really understand the nitty-gritty of life. I didn't actually know what life is all about in Christ. So that's why I asked. Yeah.
I understand. Yes, a lot of people do say that.
But you come from a Christian home, purely
exactly.
Christian home. Dad and mom.
I come from a.
So how many are you in the family? Your siblings?
We are 4 in number.
Okay. And you are the first?
Exactly, I'm the first.
Wow.
I'm the first one.
Then we have that in common. No wonder you were my angel. Ladies and gentlemen, I saved this man's name on my phone as my angel. My car broke down. I had an issue overheating around that's community. What's the community? I forgot. 27. And so I was at the filling station. I've just moved a few, steps from the filling, the pump actually, and some way somehow my car was misbehaving. I've tried my possible best. It was still not, functioning. I had also opened the water tank and I couldn't find the lid. And some way, somehow, this angel came and asked me, what is it? Can I be of help? I said, this is the situation. And this man spent his time, to make sure I am safe. I call him an angel because what angels does is what he did for me at the time. And the way you were so humbled and down to earth. Words are failing me, and this man had to go down the car, lie down, and I've been trying to look for the lead, and finally we saw the lead, and I had to cover it up. I said, "Can I have your number?" He said, "No problem." And when I go home, he had to also message me, check up on me if I've gotten home and all that. So thank you, Angel. You've really been an angel. Thank you so much. All right, so in the family, what was your future plans or career? What were you aspiring to become in the future?
Actually, career-wise, career-wise, I plan on becoming a medical doctor.
Wow.
Because way back in in the
Very
secondary school level,
good.
I mean, we studied science,
That's
so
right.
definitely I was
That's
actually
right.
aspiring to be a doctor.
That's right.
But as time goes on, the plans changed.
Mm.
And then I mean, I have to start working earlier because my dad passed at a very early stage.
Wow.
And then my mom was also not very fit, so I had to start doing some work here and there to support the family. Because I have 3 other siblings that I have to take care of.
Wow.
Yes, and then I think
So automatically you became a breadwinner.
a breadwinner for the family, exactly. So I started taking care of them at a very tender age. Actually.
Wow.
Yes.
That's one thing about firstborns.
Tell you.
We played the role of mothers and fathers
We have a lot to
most
do.
of the time.
We have a lot to do.
And a medical doctor?
Well, I should say yes, actually, because it was due to some circumstances. That's the reason I was not able to achieve that dream.
Okay.
Yes, but aside that, I mean, to God be the glory. At least He has brought me where I feel comfortable.
So you feel complete?
No, not very complete, but I mean, I am grateful to what God has done and how far He has brought me. Because, I mean, assuming if I was, I was a medical doctor, I don't know, I wouldn't know what would happen. You understand me? But at least with what He has done for me, I feel it's enough.
I think you are an accomplished person with all these, achievements.
Exactly.
Wow. All right. So that is Pastor Alexander Coffie Zamari. He's the CEO of Glucare Company Limited. He's also an intercessor. The ICGC Zoe Temple Community 5. And he's also an advocate for Christ. Where I love so much is he's an IT consultant and then marketing consultant. What a man. He's my angel, actually. He's my angel. Some of you think angels will come in some, like everybody always say, I saw an angel. How was the angel looking like? He was wearing white. It's not all angels that are wearing white, please. All right, so that was just by the way. I thank God. I'm happy. I'm blessed to host this man on the show. So God bless you and keep you and protect you. I want you to share. We need a lot of people on the line. You have to hear this man's story. We are now going to delve deep into matters. I'm going to ask all the questions. And then if you have any questions, you put it on the screen. I'll read it. I'll ask him all the questions on your behalf. So, Pastor Alex, for short, what was the dumbest thing you ever believed when you were growing up?
The dumbest thing.
Mine was when you are bathing and you are singing, your mother will die. And I believed that until I grew up.
Yes, I mean, I think I also heard that.
Wow.
Exactly, I also heard that. And then,
when you sweep at night,
exactly, when you sweep at night,
you become poor.
You become poor. Those are some of the stories that we heard way back. Yes, when
That's
we were
right. Wow.
Yes, I think that is true because well, it depends on how we all understand.
That's right.
That, yes, and then spiritual knowledge about it is your understanding. Yes, because Well, when we're kids, when they tell us that we easily believe.
Yeah.
But when we grew up and we knew Christ, we realized that those things
meant nothing.
Meant nothing, exactly. It doesn't work. It's just superstition.
Something to put fear or instill fear into us so that we don't do certain things.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Those are some of the those are some of the dumbest things I heard.
Wow.
We're young.
There's this controversy about who is a businessman and who is an entrepreneur. And people, almost everybody says I'm an entrepreneur, but people really don't understand who an entrepreneur is. They think once you establish something, you are an entrepreneur. But I don't think so.
Well, it depends on how you see it. Being an entrepreneur, there are ups and downs. Being a businessman, the same thing applies to being an entrepreneur. You understand me?
So where do we draw the line that this is a businessman, this is an entrepreneur? Because businessman only goes in business simply means making profit. You want to make profit.
Exactly.
But the entrepreneur, to my understanding, or best of understanding, I think he innovates. He tries to bring something new and combine all the forces, the human capital, the natural resources and all that, and then bring out something or redefine or remodel something and bring it out, and it looks so unique and all that. But somebody sells kinky, he said, I'm a businessman, I'm a businesswoman, I'm this and that. I'm an entrepreneur. That's why I'm trying to have clarity from you being an expert. So let me allow you to flow.
Yes. So being a businessman, being in business could be, anything.
That's right.
You can sell rice, and then you consider yourself as a business, sell kinky. You feel, I'm also doing business. You call yourself as a businessman. But being an entrepreneur involves a lot.
That's right. Tell us.
You have to look at, just as you said, the human capital. You also have to look at resources. You also have to look at labor. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. But being an entrepreneur, it's not just creating a business.
That's right. I like that. I like that point. Very striking.
You understand me? Because it's an in-depth knowledge.
That's right. That's right.
You can't just get up and say, I'm an entrepreneur, and then, you put something on the table, you feel you are done, you're an entrepreneur. No. You have to, first of all, think about what you want to do, go,
and then finish.
So it's a process. You understand me? There is no way a businessman will go through that process and say, he wouldn't even have the time.
That's right.
To do that. You understand me? Because, first of all, as an entrepreneur, you have to look at the kind of people you are working with.
Exactly.
The kind of team you have.
That's right.
To be able to enable you achieve that task. You understand me? You can't just go on the street, just pick ordinary people to.
That's right.
To just get them on board to do anything you want. You have to work with professionals, people that has in-depth knowledge about what they are doing to enable the business grow. You understand me? So these are some of the things you consider before you produce or before you come out with a product.
That's right.
So as an entrepreneur, it takes a lot, and then it takes a lot of sacrifices.
That's right. It's time engaging, it's stressful. You have to invent, you have to innovate,
Exactly.
you have to rebrand.
Exactly.
You look at some of the products on the market today, it used to be normal, but now there's rebranding and it look new and people are rushing for it. So.
Exactly, because as an entrepreneur, definitely you have a lot of competitors on
That's right.
on the market. Okay, so you can't just let your product be in a particular standard. You understand me?
You have to upgrade.
You have to upgrade. It's just like going to school. You can't just go to let's say finish university and feel, oh, I'm done, I have a first degree. I have a first degree, I'm done.
That's right.
You understand me? You have to upgrade. Because as time goes on, there are new facilities in place. There are new things in place that you have to have at least a knowledge,
fair knowledge about
exactly,
it.
fair knowledge about it.
That's true.
You understand me? So day in, day out, you have to upgrade
The world
yourself.
is evolving every day.
Very good.
That's true.
You understand me? So it's very competitive out there. So if you don't, rebrand yourself very well, rebrand your product very well, you stay at a one particular point, or you stay at a one particular place without, progressing.
A product like Belacqua, everywhere they've just overthrown, how do you call it, Vortic and the likes. It's everywhere. I mean, if you don't even get any brand, you hear the seller or maybe the shop owner telling you, oh, you can't get this brand, but Belacqua, we have Belacqua. And on the street, during weddings, engagement, every table, everywhere you go, you find Belacqua there. And sometimes I sit back and I'm like, how did this entrepreneur do this? I want to know, because it's all over.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, it's all over. I don't know if you are at the same wavelength with me,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's one. I'm talking about the water. Everybody doing water, but some came and they were, ahead. But Belacqua is now a household brand.
I tell you, everywhere you go, you
Hey,
see Belacqua. Everywhere
more,
you go,
it's
you see
crazy.
Belacqua. You see, it all comes with the kind of team you have. Okay. It also comes with your branding. When Belacqua came, I think they had a particular brand. Then somewhere along the line, they changed it. They changed their packaging. You understand me? Because
That's right.
I remember they came along with a very small size.
Yeah.
It was around, I think, I'm sure it was about, 200 ml.
That's right.
It
That's
was
right.
quite small. And
Yeah.
then, when you go for programs, you see it all over.
Over. That was a strategy.
Exactly. It was a strategy. You understand me? Their brand was good. Their marketing packaging was good. Their marketing team was extraordinary.
Explicit.
You understand me? So these are some of the things that help the company to get to where they are today.
So, as a marketing consultant, how do you reach out to the people, marketing wise? Because personally, one of my fears is dressing up, holding a letter, or without a letter, going into any institution and say, I have this product, I want to sell, I want to market it, I want you to, patronize and all that. I find it difficult to do that. For fear of whatever, I find it difficult. I would rather delegate. You go and do this and come. How are you able to do marketing?
You see, marketing is a very difficult task, honestly, because a lot of people with this kind of career fields, I can just walk into any company and speak to them about what I have, what I sell, and then they can just buy into it. But you see, it is very difficult to convince customers, most especially when you have a new product that is coming into the market. It's not as
that
easy as
easy.
you see it. You understand me? Because don't forget, there are a lot of competitors all over. So
Already
in the market.
some are already on standby.
Exactly.
And you are now coming.
You understand
Some
me?
have got into their maturity stage. You are now germinating. I get the
You
point.
understand me? So it's sometimes it is hard. It's very difficult to convince.
So what's the
someone
magic?
Well, it depends on the kind of product you have.
That's right.
You understand me? There are some other products that you can market
Without sweat.
without sweats.
There are some you have to struggle
There
to.
are some that you have to really go through hard times.
But what about those that that the product is not too. We know for a fact that maybe you will have a better word or terminology for that. They know the product is not up to that level or mileage, but
say
the way
substandard.
they that's right. But the way they would do the publicity stunt or whatever, the advert everywhere you hear them, advert here and there, and all that, and the product is everywhere and it gains that popularity, and that's it.
I think lately a lot of people are more into publicity, that is advertisement, right? So a lot of companies or a lot of products are making waves because of publicity.
That's right.
You understand me? Because if you have product and then you don't advertise, it is very difficult for for the buyers to have an idea of what you want to sell. You understand me? So I would say advertisement is very, very important when it comes to product selling.
Why do people feel, oh, they are just doing LPMs like on radio like this? We call it listener personality mentions or whatever, profile mentions and all that, LPMs. And it's just within a token of an eye, I mean, 30 seconds or 1 minute. How many people get used to this info?
What is because most people are used to television,
Social media.
social media, and stuff like that. Because most people are always on online, either on their phones, on their computers, on radio.
And everything is now on the phone.
Exactly, it's digital. You understand me? So even those,
Climb and try to, yeah.
and then what I've also realized in marketing is a lot of people buy into what they see
Okay,
and then what they hear.
okay.
You understand me?
That's right.
Despite came in with a lot of products. You understand me? But because they have a media station, they were able to do
Just blow it.
Exactly. Wide broadcast.
Today is
on
his
it.
birthday and he went to celebrate and it's all over with the deaf school at Equiapim, your place.
Yeah.
A coupon, yeah,
Coupon,
school of
exactly.
the deaf or deaf.
Deaf, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You understand me? So broadcasting is very important when it comes to marketing.
Okay. Okay.
You understand me?
So marketing a product, whether old or new, is the strategy still the same?
Well, you see, when a product is old,
Because
Yes.
I hear people still advertising about certain products which I think had already gained grounds. They have the stability and people are patronizing it day in, day out, but still they advertise. What's the brain behind that one too?
you see, they actually do that because, irrespective of the fact that they've gained, a stand in the market, don't forget that there are also competitors.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
So if you don't, run a lot of advert, or if you don't do any advert for that particular product, another brand will overtake you.
Okay.
You understand me? Even though your product has gained that ground already in the market, but there are other products that are coming into the market
On
Yes,
daily
sir.
basis.
on daily basis. So if you don't advertise yours, your own will be stuck, whilst they are making money.
Is that the reason why some companies are doing very well, but for whatever reason they just dwindle, and it look like people don't patronize again?
Yes, it's because they
Feel, oh, we've gotten there.
exactly feel we've gotten there. We have our customers.
But the
already.
law of a bit of economics, the law of diminishing returns just comes. You go up, and then you are coming down.
You're coming down exactly. So these are some of the things that you have to look at, irrespective of the fact that you have already gained, a stand in the market. Okay, you should always make sure that at least you do a lot of advert on your product.
Okay.
Have a strong marketing team to be able to push your product.
So with about products, when we say products, is it always about like the layperson thinking about water, food, and those things?
You see, when it
Radio station, TV station, hotel, are they all products?
When it comes to product, it's I would say it's something that has been produced and readily available for the market.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. We also have services.
That's right. That's what I was coming to.
Exactly. We also have services
which cannot equally be advertised.
Which cannot exactly equally be advertised. You understand? But what I know.
So the hospitals offer services, but some still advertise.
Some still advertise. Because just as I said, if you don't advertise,
somebody is doing it.
Over. You understand?
So this proliferation of how do you call it? Herbal, how do you call it? Herbal drugs and medicine, and you could see they are making waves and they are making money. I mean, a lot of they are cashing in. Exactly. I don't want to be personal about some of them. They came as novice. I mean, people didn't give them much attention, but when they started establishing their radio stations and all that, they are way ahead. Anyway, let me mention Joy Daddy. I know him too well in Koforidia. He used to be one of the court clerks in Koforidia, the Manfred. Yeah, you know I think they are brothers. I know Manfred in Koforidia. He used to always come when the judges are coming. They are those people who help them. I mean, with their staffs and all that. So when he started with how do you call it, the Joy ointment and all that, they were moving from one van to another and all that. But for whatever reason, they started going to the radio stations and Joy this, Joy that. Tell me, let's be honest, 15 years or 10 years ago, where was Joy Daddy? Akobam K, Madame Catherine, and the other one. Those who actually started
like
Vinuka, yes, Chocho and all that. But today, you can see that others are yes.
So these are some of the things that you have to look into, because I always say marketing contributes almost 60% of growth to the company.
Okay.
You understand me? Because if you have services or if you have product that you don't
so without marketing, you are naked.
Exactly. Wow. Your business becomes a standstill. It doesn't move. People will not get to know of what you have.
Since you're a pastor, I'll pose this. What about churches? Churches advertise.
Actually, I mean, you see,
and so these churches are there now.
A lot of people are
saying, those days they were not part of it. I mean, but now they are talking about some churches because we are in the same soup. I don't want to be mentioned for controversies. Yes. Wow. Because some churches today have overshadowed some mother churches. And they are all over.
It's all about the advertisement. It's all about what the citizens want to know. You understand me? The kind of information you are putting out there to the people. You understand me? That will cause them to understand what you want to sell or what you want to prove. You understand me?
Yeah.
That is the reason why a lot of churches now are doing adverts. Yeah, because if you don't do advertisement, there is no way people will get to hear of you.
Yeah, that's true. I remember on a lighter note, a son I raised in the Lord started going on radio and he was all over. He said, Papa, now my radio, so come on radio, it will help. So radio, I mean, it's all about preaching, forget about radio. He said, you are preaching. When it comes to mass communication, the radio does it. What you'll be using, the strength you'll use in church to do cannot capture what the radio can do. And I thought it was a joke. until I started opening up. I said, what this guy is saying is right. Who knows you?
Exactly.
Who has heard your voice? So somebody must hear your voice on, another platform where the world will know that God is raising an army. One of our brothers who started this whole prayer movement at midnight and all that, nobody knew about him. But somewhere, somehow, he's there because he has the means to reach out to the people. So, yes. Also, all that are part of goods and services.
Exactly.
Okay, and products. Okay. Wow. At what point do you do market? Does your marketing start as a company?
Okay, so
Since everything goes through a process from the raw stage, semi-finish, finish, and all that. So, at what point do you start your advertising or marketing?
okay, so
So, I sorry to say, marketing goes hand in hand with advertising.
exactly, yes. So before a product even comes out, at least there should be at least a wave in the air for people to get to know that, oh, this product is about to come out.
Okay.
You understand me? Meanwhile,
Yeah.
the product is not even in, or it's not even readily available. But once people get the idea or have the idea that something is coming out.
I've encountered one before. I heard the advert and all that. I went there to get the product and I was told that we are yet to bring it onto the market.
Exactly.
So why are you advertising? He said, what do you mean? We decide when we bring it. That's okay.
Exactly. You understand me? So already you have set the process. You understand me? So at least people have an idea of what you want to do or what you want to bring out. The information is already out. So once the product is available and it hits the market, people know that, oh, this product was they started advertising way back. You understand me? At least it has made a lot of waves in the air. So now it's out.
In reality, the marketers brings the money to the company.
Exactly.
Why you pay less?
Well,
the departmental heads are enjoying at the expense of the marketers.
It depends. It depends on.
Are you being economical because Glochem has maybe a marketing department?
You see, every company has its own,
set down rules.
Exactly, and set down rules. How they want, their
company
to run. How they want their, how they want things to be done in their company. Actually. But I always say that most companies do forget that marketers are the strength of the company.
I'm telling you. But they are the least underrated.
Exactly that, but they are the least underrated. Did you understand me? For instance, I worked for a company back then as a head of marketing department. I did a lot for the company. I brought in a lot of contracts here and there, but I was paid less.
But you go for the contract.
Exactly, even though I was being paid in dollars, but I was paid less. Because if you look at the money that I bring in the company, let's say per month, and then you look at your salary compared to your salary, it's nothing to write home about. Do you understand me? But that wouldn't, stop you from doing what you're supposed to do. It's your career. It's what you went to school for. That's what you went to school for, to learn. Do you understand me? So most companies, underrate marketers because they feel, after all, I'm the owner of the company.
Yeah.
I bring you in just to sell for me.
Even in the public sector.
Exactly, even in the public sector. Do you understand me? So their values are not recognized.
So a lot of people, even in the university, once they get to level 300 and the likes, then they switch.
They switch, exactly.
Human resource or maybe another one.
Exactly.
So where is the line, or where can we draw the line between sales and marketing? I think they look like they have something in common. It's like they are intertwined.
Yes, you see, sales and marketing has a lot in common. You understand me? Sales, but what I would say is that sales is more or less like,
The deal is done.
The deal is done. Just go and then sell this product to this person.
Okay. So the marketer has already done the dirty work, everything.
Done all the underground work. He has done the research. He has done, the pricing. It's a whole lot.
That's right.
You understand me? So he has already done the work. You as a salesperson, you just go out there and present the product.
Wow. So marketers are being cheated.
Exactly so.
Wow. So you always see any company you go, marketing department, sales department, and they bring the monies. They chase people. Is our money ready? The cash and the checks and all that.
Exactly.
And some of them can handle checks, billions and millions and all that, and bring it to the company. And at the end of the month, you are giving 2,000, 3,000 and all that. It sounds funny.
It sounds very funny.
Has it been a breeding grounds for others to also swindle the company in a way?
No, I mean it doesn't. Because
people do.
People do.
You hear, this guy has taken the company's
Exactly.
money and
People
just
do. You see,
absconded.
It all depends on. That's what I was saying. That if you have a marketing department or a team, and they are not well treated in a company, these are some of the things that you encounter.
So you should build a good rapport. A good atmosphere for everyone to work. A good environment.
As a marketer, you are supposed to create a good environment for them to be able to have a feel of what you are doing, or a feel of what you are inputting into the company.
So when you are promised and the promise is not fulfilled, and in business ethics, it's unethical, but that's been the bane of our businesses here in Ghana. They promise you, I'll add this to it because we made a lot of sales last month or so.
Because as a marketer, I have encountered such things a lot. You understand me? You work for a company with all the promises that they will promise you, they will not fulfill it. You understand me? But that doesn't guarantee you as a marketer to swindle to steal from the company. You understand what I mean?
That's right.
Because your task is to make sure that business are brought in. Money is coming into the company.
Okay.
You understand me? But that doesn't guarantee you that, irrespective of the fact that the company has sidelined you from certain things, you have to steal from them. So
the fact that you are seeing the money, the cash flow, and all that, it doesn't give you the breeding grounds to say this money is coming and they are paying me this. Okay, I'll teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
It doesn't guarantee.
And it's not even safe, because when you do that, you as a marketer is also you're also spoiling your records.
Wow. All right. So I'll go for a quick break and I'll be right back. I'm having chit-chatting with Pastor Alexander Coffie Zamarin. He's the CEO of Gloker Company Limited here in Tema. He's also an intercessor at ICGC Zoe Temple, and he's also an advocate for Christ. He's also an IT consultant and a marketing consultant. I'll be right back to ask him about how he came about with Glochem Company Limited.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Sing hallelujah. You are the mighty God, the great I am. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
serve a mighty God. God is good all the time, and all the time the Lord is good. It's 20 minutes gone past the hour 6 p.m. GMT in the studios of Papalo Radio. I'm having chatting with this great man of God. He's also a CEO of Glochem Company Limited. He's an IT consultant and then marketing consultant. What a man. He's full of wisdom. Man of God, how did you come about with this entrepreneurial grace or ability to establish this great company, Glochem?
Wow. That's a great question.
Your mic.
Well, that's a great question. Glochem. Glochem.
Did you have a dream? You were sleeping and God says, this is the name and all that? Because we hear those stories a lot. I asked a similar question to the CEO of ZTS. She's also into cleaning and laundry products. I asked her, is it the time God called you and said, go and do this and all that? So I'm interested in that.
Yes. So Glochem came about as a result of, the experiences I gathered from the companies that I worked with back then.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. As a consultant, I was able to gather a lot of information, a lot of
from the IT department and then
from
the
IT
marketing
department and then from the marketing
So
department.
you are an entrepreneur, you are not a businessman. That's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
problem most Ghanaians have.
Yes. So, I was there and then I was like, what can I do, globally to serve,
Okay.
the citizens, not only here in Ghana, even outside of Ghana. Yes. So I was there and then, I actually prayed about it because I don't just
I know,
get up
as a man of God,
exactly, I don't just get up to come up with something.
God
I
is your
always have
first director
Exactly, God
and
is my first
advisor.
director. I have to go before Him first, ask Him for directions, how He wants things to be done. So I was there one day and then, the name Globe came in.
Wow.
So I was like, Globe. Okay.
Because I was curious when you mentioned the name of the company. I look at your name, you're Alexander, Coffie, Zamarin. There's nothing connected to Glochem.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm not getting it.
So, so when the name Globe came in, I was like, Globe. Okay, so Globe, what can I do globally?
Wow.
Because if it's a globe, meaning, it's a global thing, it's an international thing.
You're going to be a globetrotter.
Exactly. So what can I do globally? To help others. So I was like, okay, fine. I gathered experience in IT.
Okay.
I gathered experience in marketing. And I was also able to learn a few things from most of the companies that I worked with.
So you're looking at picking pieces, bit and chunk of where you worked
exactly
in your days of consultancy.
Exactly.
That's very strategic.
Exactly. So I looked at the IT section of it. Okay, fine. I have this background in information technology.
Okay.
What can I do to spread out there for people to also acquire knowledge from? And then I also came back to marketing. Okay, fine. What can I do? What can I sell to the market for them to also get something out of? You understand me? So I was like, okay, fine. Globe. Okay, so if I was able to do, all this or gathered all this experience, okay, fine, then I can share my ideas globally for people to also acquire knowledge from it.
Okay.
You understand me?
That's
and
deep.
then the came in because of the company that I worked, my last company that I worked in.
Chemical.
Yes, exactly.
Something connected to chemical.
Something connected to chemical.
Wow.
You understand?
So, sorry to cut in. This is just a chip in. it's good to close the door well, because one day you might need that door again.
Exactly.
Don't bang it.
Exactly.
Because I listening to your story, I've come to realize that you had a good rapport, good relationship. You left on a good note. You didn't dent your image. You didn't bang the door.
Exactly.
Because for you to even pick the bit of the name from your former workplace means that it was really imprinted in your heart.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. I have learned something
Exactly.
today.
So I mean, I also learned a lot from them. Yes, because I only went in as
A novice
exactly
with
and then
not too much experience,
with not too much experience.
but you gained it from there.
Exactly. Exactly. Because when I went there, honestly, I even though I had knowledge about what they are doing, I didn't have deep knowledge about their production,
That's right.
about how to go about their
That's
things and
right.
stuff like that. So, I had the opportunity to work with the production team as well, how they go about their production right from the start to finish. So that was how come I picked up some of these pieces.
That's the brain of an entrepreneur.
Exactly, and then I put it together, and then the name Chem came in. So it became Glow Chem. You understand me? 7 people globally, also introducing product to them. You understand me? That can also be beneficiary to them. It's actually
So now we are coming to the main business.
the main business.
But sometimes it's good to know about your formative days, how it all started, to encourage a lot of people. A lot of people are really enjoying your discussion with me. People are really into it. And somebody is saying, come on, people, come and join the broadcast, because it's really very, very educative. Yeah.
Yeah, so Glow Chem.
Because the youth of today are only interested in the glory. Yeah, that's the CEO of this, and they don't said, you look at the end of the day, age of your life. I mean, so you can imagine you have to struggle to make ends meet and take care of your other siblings and all that. But people look at you. He's driving a nice car. He's having a company. He has a beautiful wife with kids. He's enjoying life. Yeah, they just want to jump up and get to that point. That's it. The story they don't want to know. So I'm interested. I'm really, really. I meet people every day and I learn every day.
Yeah.
I tell people learn, relearn, and unlearn. They are kick things and then learn what is happening today, because you can't be in the box person. You have to be out of the box, because a lot is happening around us. Just like somebody say, the president of Ghana is His Excellency Akufo-Addo, and somebody say, really, I didn't know. How will you? I mean, somebody who is a Ghanaian, wouldn't you be surprised?
Yeah.
We have people like this think things are still done the same way. Influence is everywhere. So, yes, I'm interested. Go ahead.
Okay, so Glowchem Company Limited started 2019.
Wow.
Yes, right. That was when it was actually underground, because we were just doing some few stuff.
They were doing some environmental scannings and all that to find out if it's going to work out.
Exactly. So
One leg in, one leg out.
exactly. So it was more or less like a 50-50 thing.
That's right.
Exactly.
But I think life is all about risk. I mean,
Exactly.
sometimes you have to take risk.
Exactly. Exactly. Even though I was working by then I was working, but I decided to start something little.
On a quiet.
Quiet, exactly. So I looked at what people will want from my experience.
That's right.
You understand me? And then I came to realize that most of the industries, for instance, the breweries, the mining companies, and other stuff, they have a production line where they normally use some of the raw materials to produce. Now it got to a point in time, some of their systems were not picking up the straight raw materials, so it has to be
Semi-finished.
Be in a form of form of diluted solutions. So that was when I picked up those pieces, and I was like, okay, fine. So if they are using this raw material and it's giving them challenge, or they're having challenges with it, what can I do to also help them to make their system pick up those things?
And people are always looking for solutions.
Exactly. People are always looking for solutions.
Mark Zuckerberg brought Facebook to solve the issue of we went to the same school. I can't find my classmate again. Now you can find everybody there.
Exactly. Exactly. So I realized that they were looking for something soluble in a solution form, not in
solid form.
In a solid form, exactly. So when I realized now I have to go back again to the drawing board. Okay, fine. How can I dilute this product to be able to get the same concentration or the same percentage as the raw material that you're using?
At the same time, you were still with your mother company.
Exactly. At the same time, I was still with my mother company. So I have to do a lot of research. I have to do, a lot of studies and stuff. So I started, putting, products together to see if I can, get the actual concentration that they're looking for. So I did a test in a lab, and then it worked.
Wow.
So when it worked, I said, okay, fine.
So Glochem has a laboratory?
Yes, at least, a lab where we do our testing before.
Wow.
So I did the tests in the lab, and then I gave the company a sample of the product I made actually.
Wow.
So when they tested it with their machines, it worked perfectly. It worked perfectly.
Wow.
So so when it worked, they actually follow me for, a few samples. Yes, just to try to see if it will.
And like we earlier said, marketing something new is also another challenge.
Exactly. So, I gave them the same product, the same quality. And then when they tried it, it worked perfectly.
Wow.
So meaning their system can use
So
that.
their demand was met.
Exactly. So their demand was
perfectly.
Met. It was perfect. So then they started, patronizing it.
How was the feeling like?
It was, you see, initially it was difficult. We was trying to convince a big, company.
Somewhere outside Ghana or here?
No, here in Ghana, like Unilever.
Okay.
We have other companies like Accra Brewery. You understand? We have companies like Guinness Ghana.
That's right.
Exactly. So
it's a top-notch, company.
Exactly. So trying to convince these people is not easy. So, when they tried the sample and it worked perfectly, they came back to me that, okay, fine, they tried this, it worked. It looks like their system is, it's now, picking up. So, they would like to buy a few. So, they bought a few, tried it, it worked, and then they came back again.
See, new product, they were still having doubt.
They were still having doubt, exactly. Because, you see, when you fall on one particular trend of product that you are using, and
become addicted.
Exactly, you get addicted, and then, trying to switch.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. So when they tried my product, and then they were okay with it, then they started buying in bits, to go to a point in time where they have to buy large quantities. Wow. Yes, just to
now they can trust. There's what we call trustworthy.
Exactly. Exactly. So now they can trust the product that I supply to them. And,
because I'm sure at the initial stage they had all this thought. What if this thing is just a magic? Just working for a moment, and maybe the next minute it will rather even crash our machines and all
exactly,
that. Yeah.
Exactly. They'll have doubt.
If I'm in their shoes, I'll feel safe.
They'll have doubt. But that's the reason why they came.
Especially when we live in a continent where if you don't have the name, you are not too recognized.
Exactly.
When you even know. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when they follow me initially, I was like, wow, this company following on me.
The feeling was good.
The feeling was good, exactly. I was like,
positive vibe.
Wow. How come, among all the big industries we have, why should these people follow me?
For Ghana, every detergent is Omo. Every paste is Pepsodent.
Exactly. So when they tried it, it was okay. Business started,
booming
little by little. Exactly.
So just one stone killing a big bird.
Exactly, one stone. So it was right after that product that they came back to me again, asking for a different product. That is sodium hypochlorite.
This can only be God.
This can only be God.
And they want it in large quantity.
Exactly.
Or at least they can trust your first product.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. So when it came to sodium hypochlorite, sodium hypochlorite it's actually a disinfectant.
I actually wanted to ask.
Exactly. It's a disinfectant. It can also be used for water treatment.
So can the hospitals and those other institutions use it?
Exactly.
Okay.
You understand me? So they also came back to.
Is this the same as chlorine or whatever?
The chlorine, yes, actually. But you see,
Because the hospital uses
exactly.
more
Chlorine.
to kill
we have chlorine. We have chlorine tabs. When it comes to chlorine, we have in different types. We have chlorine tabs. We have chlorine powder. We have. I mean, there are different types. Chlorine, exactly. But this one is in a soluble form.
Okay.
You understand exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's the same chlorine that Ghana Water uses to disinfect the waters before we consume. Exactly. So these are some of the things that
you manufacture.
So
this is from the raw state to the finished.
So this is from the raw state to the finished state.
In Ghana here?
Yes, in Ghana.
That's amazing. So how many workers?
Currently we have 7 workers.
How do you feel as a CEO? Now, is it like, do you still feel like you are dreaming because once you were working in somebody's company, your mother company, and today you also woke up, and when you get to workplace, boss, and all that.
It's actually a dream come true, because it was.
Do you boss around?
No, I don't do that. I mean, sometimes when it comes
you're a leader.
Yeah, when you come to the factory and I'm working with the workers, you'll be amazed.
That's a leader.
Exactly. We are
the boss will say, hey, do this.
We are all doing it from scratch to finish.
That's right.
Because I'm the type that I always have to make sure that my quality
is maintained.
Exactly. Do you understand me? I don't want a situation whereby I will produce something and I'll start having problems with it, or customers will come back to you telling you that the product that you gave us has issues. You understand? So I have to be with the production team right from start to finish.
Coca-Cola still has the name, and I'm told the color. Even those who are working in their agencies across the globe don't know. There are specific people who know what is added to that thing.
Exactly.
That color. So exactly. you can I mean find your own means to copy it. I want a better word. Imitate it,
yes.
And all that. But that color, they mix them and then give it to the agencies. Ghana, South Africa. South Africans drink Coca-Cola a lot.
Exactly.
Coca-Cola.
I've been there a couple of times.
And the assorted chicken and bread. When you take Israel, South Africa eats bread a lot with Coca-Cola. And nobody till date, South Africa gives them a lot of money. Yet nobody knows what is used for that color. So is it true that we have secrets in every work, every profession, every career, and law of secrecy? This one, don't tell anybody. Like one mechanic will always say, your master will teach you everything, but he will keep one
secret. Exactly. Exactly. That is very true.
That's right.
Yes, I would say yes. A lot of businesses have one secret or the other, because that makes them powerful.
If you release it to their competitor, they're in trouble.
Exactly. That makes them very powerful in terms of their line of work. You can teach your workers everything, but that particular secret is up to you.
So you invented it. Have you taught anybody everything?
Not actually.
That's right.
Exactly, because that is my power.
So that is your power. And power is the ability to effect changes or produce results.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
So if you have that kind of power, and then you just release
Or the
it powerless.
So that is your intellectual property.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. So you don't think that we have to pass on this to the next generation? As somebody will say, this man built a lot of canopies here in Ghana now. The man who did the kakum together with the white people, the whites taught him how to do it. He did the Legon one. He did the. He has been doing repair works on the Kakum own, and then I think somewhere in the Brongahafu region, he's done one too. They interviewed him and he said he's not going to teach anybody. If anything, it's his children, and he's going to teach his children, and that's it. He doesn't care who comes to learn and all that. A lot of destinies have been buried in the grave, and it's because I know I don't want to teach you. I know I don't want to teach you, and then they carry that wealth. Should I, for lack of a better word, those riches and wealth when it come to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and those technical skills and the technical know-how to do some of these things, they've carried it into their grave. So why don't we open up, train somebody who is trustworthy, and then do we have trustworthy people in the first place? And
that is a very big question. That is a very big question. You understand?
You can't just trust anybody.
You can't just trust anybody. Yes, because a friend once said, he said, "Don't even trust your shadow."
Don't even trust your shadow.
Don't even trust your shadow, because your shadow can even disappoint you.
And when you go fishing and you catch poisonous fish, you have to throw it back into your sea.
Do you understand me? So trust has become an issue now. Do you understand me? Because, for instance, you can teach someone today, okay, but the next moment that same person will betray you.
It even happened in our churches.
Even in the churches.
It happened in heaven.
You understand me?
The guy got to know that God is enjoying pure worship. So let me run a coup and gather 1/3 of the angels, and let me also create my own thing. I also want to enjoy that sovereignty.
Exactly. So in this current generation, I mean, trust has become
crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You can't just relay all your secret to people just like that. You understand me? So that has made, a lot of people, bury their things with them. Bury their knowledge with them. Their innovative ideas with them.
Their expertise.
Exactly. Because they don't know whom to trust, whom to relay that information to.
But when they want it, they act like humble dogs.
Exactly.
But the moment they get it, that's all.
Exactly.
Wow. All right, so I'm still with the CEO of Glochem Company Limited. We have about 7 minutes to go. I want us to wrap up with the things of God. How you're able to, your personal life, ministry, marriage, that is family life, and then Glochem. And I know you have other subsidiaries, you do other things you are doing. I mean, you're a man of many faces. And so, how are you able to do all this? But before I come to that, what is the dream of Glochem in the next 5 years? Where are you aspiring to be? Have you approached the government in any way that I am into this? If you need anything, you can contract me or contact me for these things and all that.
Going internationally.
Okay.
Yes. So as it stands now, we are working with some foreign partners.
Okay.
Yes. In the UK, United Kingdom.
That's right.
And we also have United States and then South Africa. Yes. We also working on something with the Nigerian market as well.
Okay.
To push some of our products there.
Okay.
Yes.
Nigeria has a big market.
Exactly. Nigeria has a very big market. So this is where we are looking at. So in the next 5 years, we are believing that Glochem would have captured.
You have your own main offices, your own offices, your cars and vans and all that will go on the field and all that.
We have at least we have vans for now.
Okay.
Exactly. We are working on on our factory right now at County 25.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We are putting up our factory over there.
That's right.
A very big
where you have all the department functioning.
Exactly. Where we have
you walk in and you how you started that you finished the product.
Exactly. So we are looking at penetrating into other markets.
Okay.
Yes, in the in West Africa, in Africa at large and internationally.
Wow.
So